mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. On the opposite side of things.
But the confusing bits on the Pecco side is he has been fast at points this weekend. It's not like...
No, FP1 was... He started okay, didn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't have it first run, and then the second one was fine.
It was fine. Good race times. Looked there or thereabouts.
Got through in practice.
Yeah. So,
but that's a fundamental. There's something wrong with the actual geometry of the bike, or
or something's bent, twisted.
Yeah.
But if it was even one of the, let's say, lesser teams, and I know there isn't actually any really now in MotoGP, to be honest. But in the olden days, if it was like one of the teams who don't really have a budget, you'd be like, oh, it's bigger budget. Look at that, he's going to go wide there.
He has to.
Yeah, you would think, well, maybe they've got a twisted chassis. There's not a lot they can do about it, but
it's the factory Ducati team.
Yeah, exactly.
They were last and Plum last, because my feeling is Michele Pirro did the honourable thing. He was running a second quicker than Pecco at one point and sat behind. This is Marco Bezzecchi. Let's have a look at this.
Tell you what, he has practiced that a lot this weekend. Obviously, he's known that he's got the double long lap penalty. It's tantalising for the race. Can he win with a double long lap penalty? With the speed he had yesterday, you would say, yes, he can. Absolutely he can. But the difference with today's race compared to the sprint race, in the sprint race, nobody had to try and maintain, save any tyre at all. As we know over the years, around this track, you have to look after your rear tyre. You can't go gung-ho for the full race distance, otherwise you'll have no rear tyre left and it'll destroy your lap time essentially. So
did you see Marco Bezzecchi in the back of the car on the way to the media interviews with Raul Fernandez and Pedro Costa yesterday? As Paul Espargaro goes top, that's TV pundit Paul Espargaro, and then Jack Miller takes over. Paul was brilliant again yesterday, by the way, picked up a point in the sprint race, absolutely superb.
So impressive.
But did you see Bezzecchi in the back of the car with Raul and Pedro?
Yeah.
Raul talking about how I destroyed my tyre, I was done, you'd have caught me if there was one more lap. And Bezzecchi going, I mean, I think you could run the soft. I think you could run it if you wanted. And it's like, he's trying to kid them into it here.
Yeah.
He's trying to con them.
So Bagnaia's coming down pit lane. He's done 2 flying laps. His fastest lap, as it stands, is 11 seconds off.
Oh, and he's almost tripped up over a generator down there.
And we've seen firsthand that that bike is not working. Whenever he's just jumped off.
Oh. He didn't do a bike swap either, did he? Wasn't that one of those where I'm desperate? Get me back out on that racetrack.
What is going on?
Yeah, but it has to be medium rear tyres across the board. We saw the lesson from Jorge Martin, who nursed his tyres brilliantly, actually, a couple of years ago. He did. There was a point where it was 2.5 seconds. This is 2 years ago, if you remember. He had a comfortable lead, 3-4 seconds. The gap steadied with about 7 to go at 2.5, and it stayed steady, didn't it?
Yeah.
And he was nursing, he was doing so well. And then the last 2 laps, they dropped off the cliff.
Yeah, they did.
And he was hunted down by Johan Zarco.
Yeah, and if you think about it, as it turned out, he was half a lap away from victory. He got past at the Miller corner.
But Bezzecchi's not going to have that comfort of being out at front because he's going to have to take 2 long lap penalties.
Exactly, so I don't think he would. I'd be surprised if he risked using.
No, I can't see anyone doing it. Can't see anyone. But the thing is, when watch him here now, you've got a group in front of you. You then have to dive for the long lap penalty while everyone else is doing the corner. Look at the ground that he'll lose here, right? And then he has to rejoin safely.
I'm really intrigued to see how much he loses. I think this could be almost record time for a long lap penalty.
I'll tell you what he's done.
Oh, we'll see on this lap, won't we, actually?
Exactly. So he did a 1:28.3 on the last lap. A second quicker than anybody. 1 second. He's still the favourite for my money.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you.
Just got so much margin. However, racing isn't decided until they go out there. He should have won Indonesia by a country mile. Did he?
So if you look at Bez's time, though, at the bottom, it's saying he's 3.9 off his best time, which was his last lap.
28.3.
I've seen the team have reminded him about to do the long lap.
So there he lost.
Yeah, 32, a low.
3.5 seconds. But
it's hard
when he
to know.
rejoined, Rins was there and he might have just rolled out a little bit.
I think he'll lose about 1.5 seconds with the long lap penalty.
And then with a rejoin, maybe in a pack, maybe about 2. What do you reckon? Well, Aldeguer's take it to the inside. Alex Marquez and a couple of the others, Fabio Quartararo, bemoaning using the wrong front tyre. Jack Miller, I think, lucked out with his front tyre. It helped him in Q1 because they had no tyres left. Went with the hard and actually realised that was the tyre to be on. Helped him in the main race. But that's why Alex Marquez and Fabio Quartararo felt they were struggling yesterday. You needed to be on the hard front. Bagnaia's fastest lap is 13 seconds down on Marco Bezzecchi in this session.
Did I start by saying, well, the good news is he can't go any slower? Obviously, that first bike wasn't working, so let's just see what happens. Strange times at Ducati, Gavin Emmett.
Yeah, it's first sprint podium without a Ducati on. First front row in nearly 100 races without a Ducati on. The tide is turning, it feels like. The pages of MotoGP history. A new chapter looks like it's about to be written. That was fast in there.
By Pedro.
Pedro then.
You saw the bike protesting, and I mean, it cost him time in the end, didn't it?
There's someone on the outside of the racetrack there. It all comes at you so thick and fast here. Well, Pecco's just parked it. Let's not bother.
This is going to be a record-breaking session. This is.
Is this the nadir now? Is this the absolute plummeting the depths for Pecco?
I just feel like I'd love to know what's going on. Like, for example then, so Digi's on the same bike. Digi's on the 25 Ducati, same spec, same engine, same chassis, same swinging arm. As far as we're aware, the 25 spec bike, he's on it. Digi's down in 13th, he's not having a good morning warm-up. He's 1.4 seconds off. I mean...
Michele Pirro hasn't ridden this year. And he's 2.9 off, for example. Well, yeah. We're at a loss. We are lost for words because
we don't know. Normally we can figure something out.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what normally happens in the paddock? This is how it works. It trickles down, and we'll find out. We actually will find out what's going on eventually, but it's...
Okay, let's park Pecco for one moment, seeing as he's parked it. The race later now. It looks a bit sketchy out there, I will say. Just a lot of people, I've seen people off the side of the track quite a few times. Bez is clearly faster than anyone by a comfortable margin. So, Marco Bezzecchi, his starts aren't great. They haven't been. Again yesterday, found himself down the order. What's your plan? What's your plan? Because you now have a plan for how you're going to do this race. It might all be bets off in turn one. So what's plan A in terms of...
For Bezzecchi?
Yeah, when you take your long lap penalties, how you manage your race.
Yeah, it's good question. Obviously, plan A is he has to get a good start and lead the race. He has to go to take his first long lap penalty from the lead. Obviously, that all comes down to the start. If he's in a situation where he's not leading and he's taking a long lap penalty, that's when it starts to look the victory. I tell you what, he's committed through there.
He's even running it out on the white line on the exit.
Which you can do, as long as you don't touch the green. So, essentially, he's to take his penalty as late as possible, both of them. That's how I see it.
So the race can be opened up a bit. There you are. A 131.5, I think that might be one where he's had it. It might might be 3 seconds. It surprised me.
It surprised me if it's 3 seconds, that one.
I think that you could see the VR46 bike ahead that was alongside him when he went in, and I reckon he was about 1.5 seconds behind it when he came out. I think you're right, about 1.6, 1.7. What about Jack Miller? What are his options, his chances here? We know Jack, first to admit, has a tendency to fade. Tyres aren't, he's not always the kindest on tyres.
No, he's not been the best.
He did great yesterday, though.
He did really well, yeah. No, he's not been the best at saving his tyre. For whatever reason, that is over his career in MotoGP. So, but with his wind, it creates it more of a leveller. I think it. As a Mrs. Garage, yeah. Easy to actually. It's a narrow pit lane. It's short.
Confusing. He's stopping in that part though. Pit lane, pushing it back with all the other bikes coming back in.